I don't mind answering this, but definitely don't go up and ask other trans people this. I just happen to have like zero shame. I'm not quite sure if it's a defect or a privilege at this point, but time will tell. So my legal name now is MJ, and it has been for probably like 7 years. My birth name was Megan Julie. This is me as a little kid. I chose MJ because I felt like it would be kind of an easier pill for my family to swallow to transition to calling me initials that were associated with my birth name. Sometimes I wish I didn't do that because I feel that as a caregiver, I'm a caregiver to my son. I take care of my parents. And sometimes when you're in that role, not that I was at the beginning of my transition, my parents are older now, but you kind of put others first before yourself. And I definitely think that was an example of it. And I do sometimes wish I didn't go with it. I love my name and I don't have any intention of changing it. Like I love my name now because I've built such an image with my name. Like people know me as MJ, and I do think it fits me. But just because I initially chose it, to kind of make things easier for others, I do regret that sometimes, because you should always put yourself first in situations like that. I am a very caring and selfless person, but when it comes to transitioning, like, although it can affect others, and I think it's important to be patient, it's my life. So for a pretty decent time into my transition, like definitely over a year, maybe even two, I did not have an alternative like name picked for what MJ stood for. Honestly, I didn't really think much of it. So this was the exact day that I decided what MJ stood for. And what happened was is we were in this hotel cuz my son had to have a sleep study done, and his father was never involved in terms of like appointments and schooling. He had visitation at one point, but like he never came to appointments like this and stuff. Well, the nurse came in to prepare everything, register us, whatever. And she immediately thought that like I was his father. My legal gender was male at this point. I had a beard. Like I mean, it makes sense. She thought I was his dad. I did not want to get into like a huge discussion about, oh, I'm trans, but really his mom and blah blah blah. I mean, the doctor knew and everything, so I just kind of let her think it, didn't think much of it, and she's like, so what does MJ stand for? And I panicked, and I said the most common name I could think of, which was Michael James. A lot of people are like, I would have thought Michael Jackson, and you know what? You're right. I'm so glad I didn't think that. But it's been Michael James ever since. This late in my transition, I'm not really bothered by my birth name, honestly. I mean, would I tolerate somebody like, calling me it to be disrespectful? No. But this chick went through a lot, man, and I'm proud of her. I'm proud of me. And during these years of my life, I had very little power over myself. I was in just an awful, very toxic relationship where I was like on lockdown. I couldn't make decisions for myself. Before that, I was under a conservatorship where I had no access to my own money. I had become very dependent, and I doubted myself as, a competent adult, which I still struggle with sometimes. So I'm all about taking the power back. I don't like giving others the power to use anything against me. The reality is that it wouldn't be hard to find out that my birth name's Megan. I mean, tons of my childhood friends follow me. I mean, tons of people I went to school with, I'm sure, watch my videos. And I'm not going to give others power to think that they can really hurt me by using that, especially when I accomplished so much, under my birth name.